Hi, good evening, everyone. So, yes, welcome to Flair Image Consultancy Facebook Live. So, I'm Donna Araneta, your event host for this evening. So, I am a visual brand consultant and also I am passionate about empowering women. So, I founded a Facebook group, Women's Circle for Beautypreneur, and also a self-love advocate. Today, I'm very excited to introduce to you to a woman, the founder of Flair Image Consultancy, who offers world-class image and personal branding programs to companies and executives. So she is the founder and managing director of Flair Image Consultancy and the president of AICI Philippine chapter. She is also a certified image consultant by the Association of Image Consultants International, or AICI. So, yep, let us all welcome Miss Ginny Villegas. Hi, good evening, Miss Ginny.
Hi, Donna. Good evening. Thank you for interviewing me this afternoon.
Yes, thank you also, Miss Janie, for this wonderful night with you to learn from you about leadership branding. So yes, to start with Miss Jeannie, tell us more about yourself and Fair Image Consultancy.
You know, Donna, that my brand tagline is Flair
Mm-hmm.
Image because I think it best describes me and my business, Flair Image Consultancy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that I give a high note importance to how we want to be perceived by others, which is image. And at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, I think that we should project it with a lot of flair. Huh? And that is what me and my business, Flair Image Consultancy, tries to help people with. First and
Mm-hmm.
foremost, as an image consultant, we counsel individuals and groups, organizations, companies
Mm-hmm.
on the ABCDs of image. That
Mm-hmm.
means on appearance,
Okay.
communication, and of course, very important nowadays, digital presence.
Yes.
Why? Because whether we like it or not, sometimes the way we perceive ourselves, the self image we have of ourselves, is not
Mm-hmm.
reflected through our behavior, appearance, and the way we interact with others. So the
Mm-hmm.
challenge really is how to match your self perception with how you are perceived by others. And that is what we try to do in Flair.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Me personally and through our image consultancy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so that's
So
how I would like to introduce myself and Flair Image Consulting.
yeah, thank you for that wonderful introduction, Miss Jeannie. I like the three pointers that you mentioned, the ABC, the appearance, behavior, and communication.
And
So,
take note, Donna, now we have D, digital
wow,
presence,
wow. So
which is
yeah,
very timely now during the pandemic. And of
mhm,
course, we can never go back to the old normal. So it will
yes.
also be part of the new normal.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah, and that is very timely as well, digital presence, which is very important nowadays. And before I continue to our discussion, I would like to say hi to all our viewers right now. We have currently have viewers who are watching via Facebook Live. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, for joining us. So feel free to say hi in the comment section and also help us spread this Facebook Live video by clicking share button so we could reach more people. Most especially, our topic is about leadership branding. So yeah, feel free to type in your questions if you have. So we will also entertain that after the discussion. So to start with, Miss Jeannie, let us first define what is leadership branding.
Leadership branding. Does it sound complicated? Actually, it's a very simple term. It is actually leveling up personal branding. It's the
Okay.
way leaders want to be distinguished as leaders. They have to
Okay.
have their brand. It's
Mm-hmm.
actually their style, could be their leadership style, it's their presence, it's the image they project. So it's really their persona as a leader that is part of their leadership branding.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
as I said, it's leveling up personal branding because when we talk about personal branding, there are three things to consider. As I said earlier, in image, what's important is we are able to project our true self externally.
Yes.
So too, with our personal branding, how we
Mm-hmm.
would like to be distinguished as a person, as an individual. And to work on that, we have 3 points. First is to determine your talent. What are you good at? How
Okay.
do you want people to know you for that talent? Example,
Mm-hmm.
you're an entrepreneur and at the same time a very talented singer. So maybe that's your branding. You're the singing, you're the singing distributor of, let's say, such product, right? So that's your branding. And
Mm-hmm.
then aside from that, we talk about your credibility. But first and foremost, we're talking about credibility. We have to talk also about your authenticity. No?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, that you are not faking it.
Yes.
Some people say fake it until you make it, but if you are really true to yourself, then it's a
Mm-hmm.
matter really of working hard so that you really be what you are perceived to be. And that is
Mm-hmm.
part of that authenticity,
Yeah.
to be very authentic also with your posts in social media,
Yes.
with your credentials. And of
Yes.
course, lastly, is your credibility. Of
Yes.
course, as the professionals or as corporate individuals, we have to do some promotion. We have to that we call it self promotion, right? Even you, as you're into social media marketing, right? It's
Yes.
very
Yes.
important. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, what really matters is the result of our endeavors, how
Mm-hmm.
we are perceived by others.
Mm-hmm.
So we can say actions speak louder than words.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we
Mm-hmm.
brag a lot, but is
Mm-hmm.
that really the reality? So when we talk about credibility, we will be judged also with our worth, with our professionalism. So we have to work hard with we have to work hard. We have to hone our inner strengths and talents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you, Miss Queenie. I like you emphasize the inner strength, and also now I somehow understand the difference between the personal branding and the leadership branding, because you mentioned a while ago, when it comes to personal branding, it is more about speaking for yourself. For example, if you're a singer, that's what are you telling or you're messaging to the people. But when it comes to leadership branding, it is more on a deeper level or perspective, because you mentioned the three pointers: the authority, the credibility, and what's the other one again, Miss Jeannie?
Um, Talent.
Talents, yeah, which is very, very important. So,
Actually,
uh,
Donna, you're right. But actually, they're kind of similar. But leadership
okay.
branding is the next level. It's the
Okay.
personal branding of leaders, how
Oh,
leaders want to be distinguished.
okay.
When I
Okay.
was mentioning someone having talent, it's more of uh, how you want to be branded as a person. Example, in Google
Okay.
Corporation, they receive thousands of applications every day. And those are the three things they look for with the applicants. For example, if you're applying for an IT job, maybe there are others as good as you. But what will distinguish you from them? And that was the example I gave. Maybe you're a good singer at the same time. What else are your talents? Because we have to have a brand for life, not just for work.
Yes. Yes. I like that. Brand for
In
life.
fact, many of the, let's say, the sportsmen, they even earn more after retirement, no? Like David Beckham, because they develop a brand, a personal brand that is marketable for life. And so, in terms of leadership, leaders,
Mm-hmm.
whether you're heading a corporation or you're
Mm-hmm.
heading an organization, you also have
Mm-hmm.
to be distinguished for your leadership qualities. Example, a
Mm-hmm.
leader can be known for being charismatic. That can be your
Okay.
leadership brand.
Yes.
Or someone can be more of very demanding.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
that can be the leadership brand. So those are
Mm-hmm.
things by which you are distinguished for those qualities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Or yeah, so with politicians, many have this charisma that is
Mm-hmm.
important with their leadership brand.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Miss Judy. And I believe that's also part of leadership style, right? The being
Yes,
charismatic. Yes.
yeah, yes.
Yes. Okay. So you mentioned a lot of pointers, and I think this is very helpful, most especially at this moment who are, applying a job online. And you mentioned a very important part. There is branding for life, not just brand for work, because you have your own brand as a person.
Yes.
So yes, moving forward, we are adapting nowadays to the new normal. So what do you think is the reason why recreating leadership branding is crucial in adapting to the new normal?
Well, because whether like it or not, we're in a crisis at present,
Yeah.
which is not only a health crisis, but also a financial crisis, a career crisis that many people are experiencing. And we cannot go back to the way by which we were doing things, especially for
Mm-hmm.
heads of organizations and
Mm-hmm.
businesses. So we have to reinvent or recreate our
Mm-hmm.
leadership style. And because as leaders, what is the main task of a leader? Of course, to
Yeah.
inspire and motivate the people under him or her, and to get through this difficult period. As we
Mm-hmm.
know, many can fall into depression
Mm-hmm.
and can fall to despair,
Mm-hmm.
can lose confidence. So there are many things that a leader has to has to salvage, has to be able to solve, in terms of people management.
Mm-hmm.
And so the leaders have to discover, okay, so how can I innovate the way
Yeah.
I am I am relating to
Mm-hmm.
the people with me, management, or those in this, those
Mm-hmm.
in my team. So those are the things, but that a leader has to take upon himself or herself, because it is a leader is really supposed to be able to relate to each and every one, to know where they're
Nice.
coming from.
Yes.
That's why empathy is also very important.
Yes.
It's really concern for those under one's care that matters for a
Mm-hmm.
leader. That's why at this point we have to know how to recreate the leadership branding.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I like what you mentioned, the innovation. Because we will be adapting to this new normal, and of course, you emphasize the word empathy, which is, I think, a very important aspect. Because me personally, Miss Jeannie, I'm also leading a team, though it is just a small team, and yeah, I can relate with what you mentioned, that we should understand them. And before I continue, I would like just to say a hey hi to those people who are watching us right now. We have here Tere de la Cruz. She said good evening. And we also have
Hello.
here Joanne Rosary. She mentioned, hi, all the best, Ginny and Flair image. So thank you so much
Hello.
for joining us, Tere and Joanne. And yep, feel free to type, if you have questions, feel free to type in the comment section. And also, if you found this live video helpful and you have a takeaways, feel free also to share this live video. Okay, and to continue, Miss Jeannie, it is very important as a leader to have this on how we can adapt or innovate. And I think you already mentioned that important pointers on why we need to recreate our leadership branding. And would you like to add some pointers before I know that you will be having an upcoming event that will speak more about leadership branding. Would you like to discuss more about the event?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I will be sharing the poster so that,
Yes.
okay.
So
So
before you share it, I can just give you some ideas.
sure, yes, please.
Okay. We will
Mm-hmm.
have this event on March 27, a virtual conference entitled Recreate Leadership Branding. It
Mm-hmm.
is in celebration of International Women's Month as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Yeah.
So it's to celebrate leadership and
Mm-hmm.
womanhood at the same time, which is a good
Mm-hmm.
blend, I think. And we
Yeah.
salute most especially women leaders,
Mm-hmm.
especially those who have stood out during
Mm-hmm.
this time of crisis. I would
Mm-hmm.
like to cite the example of heads of state, and namely the Prime Minister of New Zealand,
Mm-hmm.
Jacinda Ardern,
Mm-hmm.
because of how they had really, as through her leadership style and the fact that she's a mother with the feminine qualities, that motherly concern, no, they were really able to arrest, no, the spread of the pandemic in their nation.
Mm-hmm.
So we salute, no, women like that, no, who really um, made the most of their feminine genius, no, to lead through the crisis. And in our event, we're very lucky because we have as one of our keynote speakers, Secretary Berna Romulo Puyat, and
Mm-hmm.
we will let her talk about women leaders and her personal experience with how she has really developed, the systems to facilitate local travel now that international travel is not possible. And we can see, as a woman, how she has led her department, the Department of Tourism, towards this goal, and helping many establishments, regain their businesses, the hotel industries, the the hotel industry, the airline, the resorts, and she will be one of our speakers in Recreate Leadership Branding. So those are some examples. And aside from that, I will also be speaking about the feminine genius, and we have another speaker who will be talking, EJ Sarah, who will be talking how to adapt, leadership to this new crisis. And of course, we will have a power panel, of
Mm-hmm.
leaders who can share their own insights on redefining leadership branding. So if you want, we can share now the slides so people can see the complete lineup
Yes,
for our
Dawn.
event.
Okay, so yeah, all right. I'm just preparing to share the poster. So for a while, okay, here, there you go. Can you see now my screen, Miss Rini?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Wow. Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be an international virtual conference, and we have guests from Southeast Asia. So we hope that many more organizations can join, many
Mm-hmm.
individuals too, and
Mm-hmm.
because we will really try to help people cope, through this crisis, by giving them new insights on how to recreate or redefine their leadership branding.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and this will be on March 27, Saturday, and I will be posting later in the comment section on how you can register to this virtual conference event in the celebration of Women's Month. So yes, I will just put the link in the comment section after this Facebook Live video. Okay, so there you go, Miss Jeannie. Anything that you would like to add before we just want to have this quick short discussion about leadership branding, and I know there's a lot of things that need to be covered, and yeah, attending this virtual conference event is a great vehicle for us who are into leadership branding. Me, I personally relate with what you mentioned because as for me, Miss Jeannie, what I do as a visual brand a stylist, I communicate it through, creating posters, creating graphics, because I also believe with your advocacy that about creating this first impression, and you as an image consultant, you help us a host like me, you help me how I can project myself more by defining the right colors to wear, because
Yes,
yeah, we know that that the first impressions is also very important.
yes.
So yep, so yeah, I encourage everyone who will be watching also this via Facebook live and replay. There are a lot of things that Miss Jeannie mentioned a while ago, but I also want again to mention the ABC, the appearance, behavior, and communication that Miss
Don't
Jeannie
forget the D.
D and the D. Yeah. Thank you so much, Miss, and the digital presence. So kindly stay tuned to this Facebook page because yeah, we will be sharing as well. Miss Jeannie has recently launched his YouTube channel, and you will learn more about Miss Jeannie. She was invited by the CNN, by Net 25, and you see that she is one of the top of mind when it comes to women empowerment and presenting ourselves, how we can present more ourselves by enhancing our image. So yeah, feel free also. I will also put the link in the comment section later after this Facebook Live video so that you will get to know more about Miss Rini and to stay tuned as well for the upcoming videos on the YouTube channel because she will be sharing a lot of things about enhancing our beauty through our appearance and attitude, yeah, appearance, behavior, communication, and digital presence.
Yeah.
So yes, Miss Jeannie, anything that you would like to add in closing?
Yes. Well, Donna, we have been at this since the start of the pandemic. My
Mm-hmm.
first interview was also done by Donna during this period. It was April last year, remember?
Yes. Yes.
And then we did also a webinar
Yeah.
on regarding wardrobe, how to
Mm-hmm.
adapt to the new normal, remember?
Yes, yes, Miss
And
Jeannie.
after that, I already came up through Flair Image Consultancy with a series of webinars
Mm-hmm.
related to adapting to the new normal, starting with new normal etiquette,
Mm-hmm.
communication, resilience, and
Mm-hmm.
also dressing.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because that is also part of our branding, and I would say my personal leadership branding. As now we cannot influence people, no, through live training and coaching, then we had to migrate, no, to the online platform, like and everyone else had to do,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
And I guess, no, even in my organization, when I preside on meetings, like with AICI or my own business, everything is done digitally.
Yes.
We have no choice. So I guess this is also part of the leadership branding shift,
Yes.
no? Like really shifting to the digital platform, no?
Yes.
And I can say, no, that the positive um, side of this is we have learned many new skills,
Yes.
and
Mhm.
I guess they are here to stay, no? And to improve our business and the way we head organizations. And let's just count our blessings instead
Yes.
of looking at all the things that we could not accomplish because of the
Yeah.
pandemic. Let's just move
Yeah.
forward, no?
Yes.
And let's reinvent ourselves. Let's recreate our leadership.
Wow, wonderful, Miss Ginny. You really embody your tagline or your message as a fair image, which is reinvent your image and brand with flair. And
Yes, with
yes,
flair. Don't
yes,
forget.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So once again, thank you so much for that, Miss Jeannie, and thank you also to all our viewers who watch us right now via Facebook Live or joining us live, and also for those people who will be watching this via replay. And of course, if you are new in this Facebook page, we encourage you to like the Facebook page, Flair Image Consultancy, for you to be notified for the upcoming events, for the for the upcoming events and other live video with Miss Rini. And yeah, I think that's it for now. That is for now. I'm checking if we have questions. Yeah, I think that is for now, Miss Rini. Again, yeah, this is
Thank you
very
so much, Donna.
yeah. Thank you so much to Miss
And
Rini.
thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Yes, all right. So that's it. Once again, thank you everyone, and we hope to see you on our next live video. All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.